Welcome to this week's edition of USL Show presenting Kit Season, episode 5. Wow, already 5 episodes in, guys. This is
Not canceled, baby.
Not
yet.
cancel.
Not yet. We survived that Birmingham Legion share with our owner, I guess, or co-sponsor,
Supervisor, whatever
yes,
name you want to give him.
supervisor. We have survived that,
Best
and
friend.
we are five episodes in now, and we got a fun episode lined up for y'all. It should be a really good one. They averaged score of a 3.86, so nothing should be terrible, and we got some good ones and all across the USL. So shall we dig in? I guess.
Let's go.
Up first, we got
All right.
one Knoxville and their inaugural season, their home kit. Foxy, you want to take away this one?
This is me. This is a beautiful kit for Knoxville, Tennessee. This is the mountains, and you can't beat any kit that goes for charity. You know, they showed up to try to help out. I know we were joking earlier, like we're not gonna judge charity or anything like that, but it goes to help such a good cause. And I actually love how they did this sponsor. It wasn't something they just slapped on the middle. They made it a part of the jersey. Hummel did a great job with this. I absolutely love this kit. Could have been more, sure, but like this is definitely the home of those Tennessee mountains. You really felt the love.
Yeah, I have to agree. Like, knowing what the kit is, and given it's only their first ever kit, yeah, we've started seeing a trend overall with USL teams in the first kits and better, more creative. But it's nice for a team's first season having a standout kit. And given what they've done here, incorporating the mountains, which are kind of already hinted at in the crest, I think that's a nice touch. And then they also use those same shades of blue, I think, at least in the bottom two ridges of the mountains.
Yeah.
I think that's a nice coordination there. Like Fox said, there could be more to it, but given it's their first year, I'm a pretty solid fan. I think it's a nice, clean overall. Things are pretty well spaced, I'd say. The United Way sponsor, it's well incorporated, but it is a little different. But I don't.
It's not the traditional sponsor.
Yes,
slapped on the middle.
But at least it doesn't stand out too much color wise, so I can't be too critique of that. So
I feel the same way. I like that the sponsor's a little bit, on the side, lower side. It's not straight right across the chest. It's different and it meshes well with the colors. And like you said about with the badge, the colors and the look of it's very similar. And I think it's a good way to incorporate a good charity that does a lot of good things. And to use their logo to make it blend in with the kit that they want to do instead of, some other kits where it just kind of doesn't fit because of the color scheme. And make it fit. But
now we're getting fired.
I am a fan of this. I think Hummel did a great job, like usual, and I really like it. It's a good first kit.
Yeah,
I'm not the biggest fan of it.
Ooh.
To me, that badge looks completely oversized for being on the shirt.
That's fair.
The sponsor, I like what they did with it, but I'm just not a fan of the overall design of the shirt.
Yeah, I just say with some of these more creative designs, it's, as we've seen in the past with these reviews, either you like it or you don't. But I think most teams now are starting to be okay with that. And if you don't like it, it's just okay. But I'm just happy teams are trying. I'll put it that way.
Taking a swing,
Yeah. Hey, as the great Michael Scott would say, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky. It's a good shot. It's a good shot.
True. It is true.
It's true.
I think it's a better that Charleston kit that they had before they got ousted out of the Open Cup by USL League One side Tormenta. That
They should
I
just
think
play
this
it in
is
the storm.
yeah, I think this is a better version of that look that they tried to. I feel like what they tried to do with the mountains and whatnot. It
We
is
haven't
kind of
reviewed
similar,
it.
but I think this one we haven't yet. But
No.
it's not going to be a good review for me. But I think this is a better version of it, in my opinion.
I did that. Yeah. I was. We discussed this a little beforehand. We've noticed, and I think you guys, viewers, have noticed as well. Hummel is starting to take a bigger interest here in the lower leagues, and as a kit person, I'm a fan of that, and it's nice seeing a bit more colorful and creative displays and seeing more Hummel kits. Is usually they're pretty good. So
Yeah, like I personally only owned one Hummel kit. That's a Freiburg kit. So I mean, I love that Freiburg kit, but it's German soccer. I try to rock on my USL stuff here, so it's unlike everyone else here.
Sorry,
But
I'm wearing a kit of the enemy league.
but
MLS
like
Next
it's
Pro.
but it's
Hey,
nice.
they haven't put those kits on sale yet.
The worst lettering in any league.
We'll get to that.
Anyways, how do we rank them, Brett?
Yeah, how do we rank them? I rated it a 4 out of 5. As I said, it's a nice kit. It could be better, but for a first kit, Hummel did really well incorporating the mountains. The colors are really well, and I think they're a real clean, nice, sharp kit. And then given more of the charity stuff associated with it, I can't hate it too much. And even from design aspect, it's a 4 out of 5 out of me.
4 out of 5 also. I feel the same way. I feel the same way as you guys. I think it's a well done kit, good charity, good cause. I love the colors. Blue's my favorite color. And I think it meshes well with the badge. I can see Regan's point about it being a little bit big, but I can get past that. I like it.
How is your color blue? How is your color blue when your team is green?
That's the difference. Green and blue. It's green and blue.
Foxy as well gave it a 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah,
A little bit better than GMI.
I like this. I like what they did with their original logo because I like how they got the navy in there, but it's also Tennessee orange. Gotta throw that in there. But this kit is, I love it when kids come out that represent where they're from. Like we talked about this with, I guess we haven't talked
San
about this
Diego?
yet.
No, it was
San
San Diego.
Diego. Away specifically though has like the map and stuff like that. So I love it when teams use where they're from for a purpose, and this is exactly what they did there. Like we're Knoxville, we're going to put our mountains in there.
Yeah.
So
I will say, before I go to Reagan, I will say I'm starting to see way more mountains than kits now. I'm not saying I hate it. I just noticed there are starting more and more teams throwing in mountains. And
I think they watched the USL show and realized the more mountains,
mountains.
the higher
Less
the rank
statues,
for the
more
crest.
mountains.
All right, Regan gave it a 2.5 out of 5. The worst out of us 4 here.
Just
he can
doesn't do
lose
it
it
for
more.
me.
Yeah.
It's a personal preference.
Yeah, it's just personal preference.
Doesn't like
Yeah.
blue.
Blue's my favorite color.
I'm pretty sure it's almost everyone I know loves the color blue. It's just more of what shade do you like. Wooden is that some other episode. Overall, this is a 3.8 out of 5. We like the kit overall. It could be more, but well done, Knox, for your first attempt. USL League 2, repping them well, I guess. Next here, if our co-host Regan would like to show it off, he has it with him, is I put home, but it's San Antonio Blackout. Correct me if I'm wrong. I will fix it, but yes. Good old Blackout.
As opposed to what people think, you can actually read the name and number on the back.
Unless you're watching on TV.
Unless you're watching it when they're playing San Antonio, where it's like a more of a darker light, so you can't read it as well.
Yeah.
But the best part about the kit, if I can get it on screen, which I probably can't,
The badge.
it's an actual badge. No patch or sublaminated. It's an actual badge.
You can notice that in the picture.
Yeah. I will say,
But
yeah.
Blackout kit is a kit where you can almost never go wrong, in my opinion, unless you're doing Oaklands where they have a little bit of weird gray on it.
Who lost the Greenville Triumph in the U.S. Open Cup?
You won the
Triumph.
Open Cup tonight, man.
USL League one side. Okay, continue.
But yeah, it's a Blackout kit for me. Always looks good. So I have no issues with it, although it is a blank t-shirt. Blackout never can go wrong.
I will say I'm of the other opinion. I feel like part of me, I like the overall design of it. It's just, I feel like San Antonio is a few years too late on doing the Blackout. I like it overall. I just feel like it's been overdone to this point. It's nothing to do with what San Antonio did. I just feel like it's a little behind with that trend. I like it, and I've seen other teams do it. I really love that crest like Braden showed. I love a nice solid like crest like patch on it, and I love those, but I feel like it's been overdone at this point to me.
I like it. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I think I have a same situation with the Toyota logo, like the extra black square box. You know, we've talked about that before. And you can still see it on the kit, and so the Toyota part just kind of annoys me. I do love the crest. I love the way it looks. I do like how the numbers look in person. It looks better in person than it did originally. I am a fan of black kits. I'm a fan of Greenville's black kit,
Last
but
year.
you know it last year, and but it still had the green in it along, so you know it wasn't complete blackout. But it is a, you know, it can be like a clean shirt. I just have a little bit of problem with the Toyota logo, and other than that, you know, it's I like it. I don't love it.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat, especially kind of exactly what Brett was saying. I've seen this kit. I've seen it hundreds of times now. I think Dortmund, which Gio's rocking right now, like Dortmund had like literally the exact same kit.
Yeah.
So like it is always a good kit. I'm not saying like it's ugly because of that. It's just I've seen it so many times, and once the blackout trend started, I thought they were sick and stuff like that. I liked what some teams were kind of doing. Like I actually liked what Greenville did, where it was blackout with green, or like they kind of incorporated their colors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
With San
For the
Antonio,
Swedish team, AIK.
AIK
look
always
nice.
has some bangers. They always have some good ones every year, I will say.
but I mean, overall, I've seen it. I don't dislike it. I'm just kind of bored of it by now, I guess is the best I can say.
Yeah. And I think overall the ratings reflect how we feel about it. As I put it, it's a 3.8. It's a solid kit. It's designed well. It's almost like the law of diminishing return, as what Fox was alluding to. We've seen it. At some point, it stops being like nice at some
Interesting.
point. Unfortunately to San Antonio, it just is what it is at this point, given it's been a thing for a few years now.
I mean, there's going to get to a point where like, you know, we're going to be like, oh, here's another drip kit. Oh, here's another paint splatter kit. You know,
Right.
like I'm getting like kind of reminiscence of those constantly. So it's going to, you know, next year we're probably like, all right, we get it. You know, give us a blackout kit, you know.
Especially from Puma, who we've seen have done this a few times now with the Dortmund.
But they hit the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As was shown, Gio gave it a 3, a little bit less than I did.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I think it's been done before. I think it's just bang average. Um,
Bang
I
average
don't
would be a 2.5, but
know. Maybe a little more because
Fine. It's a little bit better.
I am personally a fan of the look and I think the crest itself gave it the extra 0.5 to make it, but I guess a little above average if we're gonna be technical here. But it is what it is. I think it's nice. It's okay. I wish maybe a few years ago they would have done it. Then they would have been a lot more positive and oohs and ahs. Yeah, but
Yeah. And then Foxy gave it a 4. He feels a little bit better than me on
Yeah.
this.
Like I said, like it is a nice kit. I'm not gonna say like it's an ugly kit or it's a bad kit. And I would prefer the full blackout kit, even though like it's kind of a plain kit. Like there's nothing really to it. Like I'm gonna be bashing some plain kits as we get further along in the season. But I mean, this is technically it's just a black t-shirt. But I feel like they did a really good job with this. And the Toyota doesn't really bother me too much as a full blackout. If they did
Yeah.
their red square around the red box or whatever, that would have just peed me off.
yeah, like
But
with Toyota, like for me, it has to be like their logo and then the name. Otherwise, like the block logo doesn't work by itself. And then when you just see Toyota, it doesn't do anything for you either. So like the logos have to come together for their sponsor.
Yeah, we'll get into more car dealership sponsors here in a few other in another kit. I would say, as you can probably infer, Regan gave it a 5 out of 5.
Non-biased.
it's perfect.
Non-biased. Remember, this is a non-biased show. Except maybe this
Never
episode.
biased.
Never
as
given
we-
another team a 5. I've always given other teams 5 out of 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have
So
the stats
usually
to prove
Regan
that.
it's definitely like the highest lover of anything.
Yeah.
Ooh, it has 2 sleeves. Nice.
Hey, we need what was it, a Cameroon or Senegal World Cup kit where it was a cutoff sleeves?
Oh
Or
yeah, I
back in
think that
Korea,
that was.
Japan and
Oh,
North Korea, right?
I think that was Cameroon.
Not North Korea. So it's the Japan and South Korea World Cup in 2002.
Yeah, I think it was Cameroon. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's sleeveless. So overall, we gave this 2-sleeved blackout T-shirt a 4.1 out of 5. We like it. Maybe it's a few years behind, but it's a solid kit. Well done, and that crest. Give me
And
more
I
of that
definitely
crest,
like
please.
that
An
we can
actual
read
crest.
the names.
Yes.
Yeah, the actual crest. I like that we can read the names when you show it to us.
Mhm.
Because I watched the game with this, and I'm like, I have no idea who is who in this.
Granted, I got a guy on the back of my kit, Kakuta Mane, who played for the Crew, went to Europe, went to Mexico, came back down the list, and eventually played for Columbus Enemy. He had to play for Austin. What a shame.
Next, we go to a different green team that might have a little bit of bias to our friend Gio.
He's trying to make an interstate a color.
Do you want to take this one, Gio?
Of course. This is my Greenville Triumph who beat the Oakland Roots from the USL Championship the other day. And the reasons I bring it up a second time is because we premiered it during that game. It was the first time we saw it in person. I got to see a chip by Jake Keegan and Don Smart acting injured after he gave us the 2-0 victory over the Oakland Roots in the USL Championship.
Hey, I got to see you jump up and down in the background.
Yes, and I was jumping up in the background because I was so happy to finally see this kit because I was worried it didn't exist for a little while, but it exists, and I am a big fan of it. Green is not my favorite color, but I do like Greenville's green. I do like how it looks. I am a fan of it. I do like the look of this kit. It's inspired by the Redo River that goes through Falls Park, downtown Greenville. If anybody's visited there, it's a beautiful park. And I know it was also Chris Lewis, president of the team. It was also inspired by New York Cosmos old kit also.
I see that.
And I think that's where the the cuff design also, which I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of. The green is something so simple that not many teams do, from what I see. So I'm a big fan of it. And it's like a gradient look to it. Um, but I love in person. I loved it. I wish we went all green with green shorts and green socks. We went with white socks. So I hopefully see that at some point and see this all greened out. But I do love this kit. I enjoyed seeing it in person, and we're 1-0 with wearing these kits too. So far so good. And I'm excited to have my hands on it soon and wear it for you guys.
Yeah. I will say before I get into the kit, that background photo has to be the best background photo for a kit photo that I've had so far. So we need to get some questions on how you did that and make sure that's not photoshopped. I am a fan of that. This is a really nice kit. It's a nice take on what would normally probably be a plain green t-shirt with that little bit of a grid pattern to it. So I think that makes it itself a little bit more effort put into it. So I'm a fan of that. The cuffs are my favorite part on this. I think it almost makes it a bit more of like a retro feel, even though this team is, sorry if I'm wrong, like 4 years old. 4? Yeah, like 4
It was
years
the
old.
fourth season.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, 4th season, and like that cuff almost brings back a retro style, so that you almost like feel there's some history there, and then also with the star at top, it shows that they've actually won some.
And they don't have to repeat the kit.
Yeah, it's. I think it ties well to the overall aesthetic of what Greenville's building. It's nice. It's not overly eye-catching, but it is a solid kit and well designed once again by Hummel. And I like the different shade of dark green on the sleeve as well.
I am a fan of that, and that's something I think with if you look at the picture in the background, I think this part of the incorporation has just different shades and different parts.
Mhm.
I think that's a nice touch. It's not all one green.
Exactly. Foxy?
Yeah, I completely agree. It's a nice solid kit. Love the cuffs. Like that was the first thing I saw, honestly.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, it's a green kit. Oh, I like that. You know, but because Greenville has what they have, you know, they do their dope green kits. And I do
They
feel
haven't
like
settled on design yet, but it's at least always green.
yeah. But I like what they did with this one. I do agree with Brett here. I feel like it gives it that retro look without having to be retro. I like the forest green on the sleeves and how even if you look on like I guess their right sleeve, it's our left looking at the picture. Even that looks like a lighter green. So I feel like all the different greens that they've incorporated into this. You know, the sponsor, I don't know what ScanSource is, but doesn't overpower anything.
It's a local company.
Oh,
Ooh,
Isn't it
even
like
better.
a ticketing company?
No, it's not. They do a lot of different things. It's a all-encompassing type of company. But it is a local company in
Local
Greenville.
sponsors.
It's actually next door to where I work.
Oh,
so,
look at that.
so for all your sources of scanning needs, go to ScanSource. Uh,
We are not
Not
sponsored by
sponsored
this. Not
yet.
sponsored.
No.
Greenplay can send us free kits.
Right. You're welcome.
That's a different issue.
But then just like what we were talking about too, Hummel's just coming out with some bangers this year. Like I'm excited to see more and more different jerseys coming from all over the world. So good job, Hummel. You're killing it again.
But yeah, I'm basically just gonna repeat, like it gives off the retro vibe with more of a modern look to it. That's the first thing I noticed. Like it looks retro, but it doesn't look like Richmond's anniversary kits.
Yeah.
A good way to put it.
Which we were fans of, by the way. Just
No,
want to put
we
that
were.
out there. But
Yeah.
we just want to point there it's a difference.
Yeah.
So yeah. Overall, I rated it a 3.7. Again, I do like the design. I like the cuffs. It's still a green shirt, but it is well executed. And I like the contrast of the whites on the green. It's a solid kit. It's a good one for me. I couldn't give it higher score. Sorry, Gio.
Okay, I forgive you. I know how you really feel.
Hey, oh, excuse me. Let me choke. If oh my god, okay. You know what, Gio, you go up. You go next. I have something in my throat.
Yeah, 5 out of 5. I love this
Non-biased.
kid. No bias whatsoever. I do love how it looks in person. I love the inspiration of it, the classic Cosmo look with a local river that we have going through here. I think it's good. I love the cuffs again. I think it's a good way to not make it a retro kit like we talked about, but look like a classic design. And I hope that's something that is here to stay. I feel like Brett might have liked this if I had a collar, but that's for another.
Hey,
Hey,
That would have helped.
Collar
What
from
if they
different
didn't have a
market.
sponsor on it?
Yeah, but I love it. I can't wait to get it, and I cannot wait to beat Charlotte FC with it.
To make a I-85 green.
I'm excited to watch that. You are before I go on to Fox. You are obsessed with the U.S. Open Cup, and I'm loving the
I
banter.
Oh,
love
yeah.
it. I love
I
it.
am loving the banter.
He's
mean-
a team. It's a team prime for cup set.
Yes, they are.
We are with this kit too.
Oh yeah, it looks good.
Mhm.
Hey, I would say this green against their like mint or teal, whatever
Mhm.
that blue is.
Yeah,
That'll be a nice clash. Unless there's some other
They're
kit
probably
we don't
gonna. They
know.
might wear
they're probably
their
gonna
mint
wear the
kit.
black. Yeah,
Yeah, they're probably gonna wear the
black.
mint kit.
Those are still nice in itself. So I'm gonna be excited to watch that.
It's gonna be
So
a fun kit battle.
yes, and also on the field, it should be interesting.
Yeah, seeing an MLS team playing at like a small like community college.
But a good team though. I would
That's
say
cool.
Greenville might be a little bit underrated to some teams.
Oh yeah,
Foxy here gave it a 4. Little better than me.
it's a strong 4. It's a good kit. It represents Greenville. I was just talking about this with Knoxville. Like when you represent your town, it makes me like it more. So, because otherwise, I do kind of agree. It is basically just a green shirt, but they did a really good job at making sure that it wasn't just a green shirt. So I like it. Strong 4.
Yeah, that's fair. Region 4.5 out of 5. You'll
I-
never
I-
see him doing anything less.
I help support Geo's non-biased here. I already have it purchased. I'm just waiting for Greenville to get it to them, or Hummel to get it to them, and then so they can bring it to me in Ohio. So it's a kit that's already been purchased.
So overall, our overall non-biased opinion is a 4.3 out of 5. It is a solid, not entirely green shirt. It is retro, but it is a modern classic. These are nice. We are a fan, and the cuffs, man, we need more teams doing that. So props to Greenville for this one. And props to us with that photo once again. I need to know the beats. I need to know the beats.
The magic about
I'll find
how
out,
it
and then
happened.
I will find out tomorrow, and then I will share with all of you on the next
Heck yeah.
episode.
So I want to see somebody with like a fully blue arm, like holding it out with
with a blue coat.
That would be
hanger.
funny.
with a blue coat hanger. Like, okay, get the win. All right.
It does kind of look like a hanger is on the shoulders, just
Yeah,
to keep
it
it up the way it
does.
does. I will find out for sure.
So next week on the Tit Show, we will have an update for everyone if you actually care.
How did they do?
Next
Dun,
up,
dun, dun.
Next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
next up, we're going to keep with the whole unbiased train here with my local team. Reach. There we go. My local team, the Indy 11. Checkers are back, baby, and I am thrilled.
Oh, hey, that's my employer.
No
Shout out
bias
to
today.
Honda.
No
Yeah.
bias.
No bias. I'm a big fan of this. The checkers look even better than what I originally saw in the posting, so I was excited to really judge this when I got to it. The collar does a nice little like divot right there to make it a little bit more breathable. I am a fan of it, especially since I've worn it now that we actually played at home twice. It is really breathable and it's a nice fit. The checkers are really seamless and they're smooth, and I like it. I am a fan of it, and I'm glad they listened to the team and actually got some checkers and not the honeycombs from last year. So checkers are back, and I am super excited. So it's a nice homage for the tradition.
I'm going to jump in next. So as
Blue City.
as the
As the
Blue City
Louisville,
fan,
Indiana Proximity Association football contest.
rival.
So
I like this kid. It's a good kid. I was excited for them to have their checkers back. That's exactly what I wanted from them, because it's Indy, it's Indianapolis, it's Indy. Like, it needs to have checkers. I don't know what else to say.
The one
So-
thing you think about Indianapolis in America is the Indy 500.
Yes, exactly. Like, it's all checkers. You got
fun
the checker
fact
flag.
about that, by the way. If you don't know, the Indianapolis 500, it's actually not located in Indianapolis. It's located in its own little town or district city within Indianapolis called Speedway. So
Ah.
yeah, it's its own
So it has its own
special
city.
thing. Yeah, so on race day, it becomes the third largest city in Indiana.
That's awesome. I will say though, it is very shiny. And like I was watching the game, obviously, for some reason. And
Because you're hoping for the St. Louis Cup set.
and
Bar that.
yeah, speaking of Open Cup, God, I don't know what I am hoping happens on April 20th. 'Cause
Who do you guys got?
it's Louisville, St. Louis.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's a King's Cup.
Ooh.
So I don't know. I hope everybody wins. They both get to move on from some
This
weird
is not MLS
technicality.
Pro where you can have a tie and go to take PKs. That's not how that
Hey,
works.
there's always a winner.
There's always
There's always a winner.
But I will say though, when I was watching this, we were just talking about this. Honestly, it does kind of look like people were sleeveless. They were wearing like sleeveless jerseys
Mhm.
or like vest with like navy shirt under it. Because I feel like the vest part, I'm going to call it the vest, the checker part is shiny while the sleeves were not. So it really looked like they were wearing some sort of like employer checkered list at like some sort of like Bennigan's or something.
Yeah.
And so there was some negatives, but I mean, overall, I'm thrilled for Indy to finally have their checkers back in their life.
GL.
I like it. I like it. I like the checkered look. I think it represents Indy well. I like the colors, because it's blue. But I think it, I think it looks really good. I'm a fan because I think it's what everybody wanted. Also, so it's finally a little bit of fan service along with it. Greenville had a checkered kit last season, and I was
They did.
a fan of that one. So I do like this one. I think you guys finally got what you wanted, and it goes well, and it looks good in on TV. I've seen them play in it, and I think it looks really good.
Mhm.
They got what they wanted in the first win.
All right,
yeah.
Reedon.
Like they finally got what they wanted. They finally got something that makes you think of Indianapolis because of the checker flag. The only hope for me, or wish I would have had, two actually, is like that Honda logo and the checkers kind of like screws with your eyes a little bit.
Hard to see.
Yeah.
Agree.
Do you like how the checkers kind of on the collar line too? So it's not like the light blue or dark blue, like the checkers run into the collar. But I would love to see like on the back of the kit, like the name and numbers been red with like the checkerboard design on the name and numbers instead of like the bland white USL name set. But if I buy this kit, I'm probably gonna go to like For the Culture to get a custom name set with like red checkers to get a Hackshaw on there.
You got it right, Pascal, man. Yeah, as we alluded to earlier, a good car dealer like sponsorship
Reliable.
can look well, like this one. We're looking at, so with the little weird box around the Toyota, it can add a bit of effect, but as we've seen with Honda for the years at Indy, it's always been well executed, and they usually can be pretty simple. And overall, I absolutely love this kit. I'm not going to lie.
No bias.
I love it. It's my favorite Indy home kit in the last 2 years since they went to Hummel. I mean, not Hummel. Puma.
Puma.
Since they went to
Hummel.
Puma, once they got rid of the Adidas. So I think that this is easily my favorite of the Puma collection so far. So I'm a major fan. Geo, 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I mean, it's above average, I guess. I do like it. And I'm a fan of it. It's not anything crazy, spectacularly special. But again, I like the fan service. I like what it represents. So
Yeah, and Foxy here. 4 out of
I was
5.
honest. I try not to use my biases negatively. Brett.
Hey, I didn't rate the Louisville kits too harsh. You remember that?
It's like a 2.5, I remember.
Hey, I could have done worse. I was trying to be unbiased.
Uh-huh.
It was
Anyways.
a late kit.
No, it's a solid kit. It's what Indy deserved.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then there's much else to that. Region gave it a 4.5 out of 5.
It would have been a 5 if it didn't cost $110 for the authentic.
Yeah.
Like
That's USL's
$110
problem.
for the USL jersey is kind of low.
Yeah, that's a Louisville issue too. We're
That's
right there in
literally
that same
everywhere I've
boat.
seen. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
right. Almost everywhere I've seen.
Greenville, $85.
Yeah.
it's Hummel, I think. I think Hummel does a good job of keeping it.
Well, they
Maybe.
do Ford Madison's, and they tend to be a little bit more on the higher end too. I think it's a club thing.
It might be.
It might be. So Greenville, keep it up, because more people probably buy your stuff. Overall, this got a 4.1 out of 5. Happy that the checkers are finally back. It's a good kit. It's clean. There could be some improvements, but
If you're going shiny, go full shiny.
yes.
Charlotte went full shiny. So
Hashtag
They
go full
lost.
shiny. Hashtag go full shiny.
Right.
The checkers are back though, baby.
make it
So-
happen, Twitter. Hashtag go full shiny.
And finally, we got our fan choice for our review here in the power that is from the Eastern Conference in Tampa Bay Rowdies. All I gotta say is this is almost what you expect out of Tampa Bay. I'm not
Said
going to
this
say
before.
much. Yeah, it's not that it's bad. It's what you expect from them. It's what you expect. The classic hoops. The sponsor, it needed to fit in better. I think that stands out way too much. Only real downfall to it. Otherwise, it's what you expect from Tampa. And then I don't have much else to that.
I feel
We
the
get-
same way.
No.
Or- I feel the same way as you, Brett. It's nothing special to me. It's what it is what you would expect from a Rowdies kit. I'm not a fan of the sponsor just because the colors don't really match, and then the wording, the Seminole and the Tampa part. I know they're trying to. It's very specific hard rock hotel and casino, but I'm just not a fan of it. But it is what it is. It matches their team. It's not great or amazing, but it's what you would expect. It's, I guess, classic for them. So
Mhm.
that's about it.
Yeah, it's what you expect from, like, at least they're a team, even though through the highs of the NASL to the new highs of the USL, like, they kept their logo, they kept their design, they've kept their image. The sponsor is a complete eyesore on the kit,
Mhm.
but like the top hoop that transitions into like the shoulders like it doesn't look bad either. It transitions well. So
Yeah, I mean, we've all said it. I've seen it before. It's like buying an NFL jersey. Like you're not going to buy an NFL jersey every single year. It's the same jersey every single year.
Mhm.
So that's what makes soccer interesting for me personally, at least, because you don't get the exact same thing every single year. At least for most teams, you might get like a different away this season, a different home that season. But this one, like if you bought this jersey 2 years ago, you're set.
yeah, the manufacturer might change, but the kit's the same.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but this one
Yeah.
has a Puma, which means that it doesn't go long enough if you need 2X.
That's for other issues there, Foxy.
No, that's a Puma issue.
Yeah, that is a Pumas. I remember when we had some issues in Indy with converting from Adidas to Puma, but
Yeah.
we can't control that. All we can care about is how the kits look, and this one is what, as we said, it's what you expect. I give it a
It's
solid
aight.
3.5 out of 5. I do like, as what Raider mentioned, the that little transition from the hoops to the shoulders. That's a nice touch, but that sponsor, man, it just takes from it. It could have been at least a little bit better if it weren't for that sponsor. But I give it a 3.5 out of 5. Don't hurt me, the Tampa Bay fans. I know you're my friends on Twitter. Don't hit
Yeah,
me. Don't hurt me too much.
don't say any ill will to our Lord Mitch.
Yeah.
He's from Tampa, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
he is a capo.
He's Mr. Tampa.
Yeah.
To you.
He is a
And,
capo who
and
wears
he's
a
an
Pope
IU
suit.
alum, and also IU alum. So, boom, that two of us there everywhere.
I would give this a 5 if Mitch was in this picture.
Yeah,
That's
Mitch got to model.
But they got some other guy with a bang average body on a bang average.
some
kit.
professional athlete that they just decided to picture with.
Yeah, on media day, there's like, hey, model this first real quick so I can put it on the store page.
3.5 out of 5. I mean, 3 out of 5 for GL. Foxy did a little bit worse, but the 2.5 out of 5.
He did middle of the road.
Yeah, I went dead middle. Actually,
Dead middle.
this one was interesting. This one I actually showed my wife. I was like, "How do you feel about this jersey?" She's like, because I wanted like someone completely unbiased.
Yeah.
They're kind of a rival now. They're stepping up, so
Yeah.
they're a competitor with Louisville. So yeah, and she said it too, and I'm like, I don't know. I kind of give it a 3 personally. So if it was just Phil or just Fox, it would be a 3. But it's Fox and Foxy wifey, so.
So what you're saying is we need a wife column or significant other column for
Get
all of
another-
us to get more input. You ready for that?
Nothing beats more
That's
data.
that's a special episode we can do after your wedding, bro.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Oh yeah.
goodness.
Fun fact. I haven't been married in a week.
Mhm.
8 days.
What?
So I'll get more to that later, guys. Let's keep moving on. Regan gave it a 3.5 out of 5, much like myself.
I love the tradition. Hopefully, this looks a lot better in person when I go to a Tampa game in October.
Ooh.
Nice.
It's gotta be nice down there in Florida. At least in
Yeah, in
that time of
October
year.
compared to Ohio.
Everything's
months.
better than Ohio. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ohio
Sorry,
is the
Regan.
only state that exists.
Oh my God.
It was all Ohio.
It's all it's ever been.
I'm
All
sad
right.
I went 2 times in the past 6 months. I
Oof.
don't want
But did the U.S. men's national team lose? No.
They won because I was there.
All
Even
right.
against your beloved El Salvador.
Oh.
Yeah.
So overall, Tampa Bay, we gave it a 3 out of 5. It's a kid. It's what we expect. Fits that sponsor, and then we can talk maybe a bit more. Yeah, that's this week's episode, at least for the review part. 1 Knox at a 3.8 out of 5. Strong start for the USL League 2 squad. Can't wait to review that away kit, by the way. Greenville Triumph got a 4.3 out of 5 with that nice green. And then Indy got that 4.1 for having the Checkers back. San Antonio, wow, that that font's off. I'll fix that. But San Antonio with the blackout black t-shirt with the 4.1, and then Tampa Bay with the classic hoops with a 3, with a terrible sponsor on the kit. So
Greenville's today's winner. Yay.
Yeah, Greenville's the winner. Which based
Hopefully
off of
they'll
our
be the
record,
winner in a week and a half.
Yep.
Right.
Winners just like we won.
green.
We have three USL Championship sides, and Greenville Triumph beat them just like we beat the Oakland Roots. Let's go on.
according to our records, Greenville Triumph is the 7th highest. So not top 5, because the top 5 is pretty competitive, I'd say. So it reaches up to 7th place. So now we want to give a few special shout outs to a few kits that were used this past week
A
and
team
or
up
released.
up in Wisconsin.
Yeah, we're focused in Madison, Wisconsin for this shout out. For some reason, everything just happening up there. First, we got this La Barra 608, the supporter group up there for Forward Madison, released their Somos Madison type kit, made by Icarus and designed by M. Dean Crosby. Hopefully, we try to get him on the show at some point. We're working on that. And yeah, if you guys want to talk about what you guys think about this, I'm personally a fan, and then also where it benefits the dreamers of University of Wisconsin-Madison. You guys like it?
This is a sick kit. Yeah. Like I always love Icarus. They listen well, they design their kits well. Like, I mean, I know Crosby over here actually designed the kit, but they do a good job at like taking what you designed and actually slapping it on a jersey the way you want it to be. And honestly, like you can see it at the bottom left there. It has this little bit of detail, like kind of a sound wave with a I don't know exactly what that is, but it's sick. Like I love when it's not just a plain black spot on the shoulder or whatever. This is a very, very nice kit, especially for, just the supporter groups. Like I could see a team rocking this and killing it on the field.
I feel the same way. I love it. I love the inspiration of it. I believe when I read about it, it was inspired by the Peruvian material that you see there in the lines. And I think it's really awesome for the Hispanic culture and this what the supporters group is doing to make a kit like this that has inspiration from that, and then also giving back to community for the dreamers in Madison. And I think it's special. I think they did a great job. I like it better than Madison's away kit even. I'm a big fan. But I am a fan of it. Omar, great job on this.
Shout out.
Shout out to my friend Omar.
And the whole Labara board.
Yep, and the whole board. I love this kit, and I can't wait to see it in person.
Yeah.
I'm buying this, but it is very cheap. It's only $55 for a kit.
Yeah.
Only 55.
Yeah,
And a
only
nice kit.
$55 to get a nice kit and to help out the dreamers of Madison. So
yeah, it's $55. $20 that is going to the hospital or the organization that it's going to. So they're only making $35 after the fact to help with their supporter
groups.
I'm still waiting for my Crocketeers one to come to me, but that's supposed to ship to me late April.
Well, we're almost
I'll
there.
also say I was super dumb and didn't just like read right next to the box while I was talking about the lines. It's Peru's Nazca Lionsburg.
Nazca.
So yeah, there we go. There's the actual what it is, the Nazca Flamingo.
We have slideshows for a reason, Foxy.
Right. Who reads the information right next to
who reads legal documents?
Who reads
the details?
Worst accept and
teacher
continue.
ever.
And So once again, awesome job by Labara, Sipsoe, and Icarus. Well done by Crosby. And once again, shout out to Omar, who gave us a bit of a sneak peek going into this. Well done. I'm definitely wanting to add this into my collection once I get married. Finally, we're gonna say final shout out would be to Ford Madison and their Ukrainian relief kit that they wore a special one-off this past weekend for their home opener. Obviously, with all that going on in Ukraine, it was nice to see a U.S. club talking about that. And I haven't seen too much of that amongst U.S. soccer, so it's nice to know that 100% of the proceeds are going to UNICEF and their relief efforts up there in Ukraine. So well done to Madison. This is reminiscent of their away kit, I believe, last year or 2 years ago. But well done. And I like the sunflower patch on the sleeve on the one side. So it's well done, guys.
Feel the same way. I like the sunflower. I like it's a classic Ford Madison look with the colors of Ukraine. And I love that they did this for charity. I think it's special. I know a lot of teams have been wearing like Ukrainian armbands in USL League One. I noticed that.
Okay. I didn't. Okay.
In some of the games, which is a nice touch. But I love that they went, above and beyond and did something that will fully help the country, in some way. And I hope it sells well. It looked good in person and on TV. Yesterday, watching them when they drew Omaha. And anytime there were a new kid that takes away points from Omaha, give it a 5 out of 5 if we're rating
Latest
it.
news coming out of Omaha.
So I get a lot of flack for not always being super positive about Ford Madison, but this is one of the few positives that I will have to say. Good job, and I'm proud that they are in their league doing this.
Yeah.
They were like talking with you about like, hey, like screenshotting you talking about them on Twitter.
Mhm.
So
yeah, I get called out about it every once in a while, but I can take
Yeah,
it.
Evan keeps receipts.
Yes, he does, and that's fine. I respect this, Evan. I love you, and Forward Madison. I love this kit. Good job.
yeah.
Yeah, at least they're doing something. Like, at least they're not like, hey, we're gonna keep our portion so we make our money off it. Like, they're giving everything. But when I see this, all I can think about is an Everton kit.
It's not, hey, it's not bad though.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely love this kit. It's gorgeous. It goes to a great cause, and it's like you were just talking about how like everything goes to them. Like literally everybody like sold their sponsorship to the I forgot the coffee shop. It's a coffee shop that's their friend sponsor.
Oh, Just Block or no?
And I can't remember off the top of my head. And they like sold their spot to donate money, like donate their spot so they could put this on the front and everything like that. So like everybody came together. Hummel is giving away their proceeds from this. So like literally nobody is like making money off of this per se. Because I know a lot of other places they'll do t-shirts and kits and stuff like that. And it's still a great cause. I'm not saying like, don't support those as well, but they'll do it and like, okay, this is 100% of the proceeds. So we only made, you paid $110 for it, but we only made 50, and then 10% of that goes to the Ukraine. So here's $5, so it was so cool to actually read about the fact that like literally almost every cent of this is going to relief in the Ukraine.
Yeah. So well done, Madison. You even got Geo to approve of it. So well done. I love one-off kits, and this one is special given the times. So it's well done by Madison, well done by Hummel. But yeah, so that is everything that we've talked about for today's episode. And before we do a little bit of kit show, I just want to say I am going to be married here in a week, 8 days. So I'm going to be missing the next 3 episodes as I tour Europe on my honeymoon. So these guys will make sure y'all are in capable hands and push on without me. It should be a fun time without me. You guys are well capable hands, and I'm
You
excited.
sure about that?
Off the rails, baby.
Right.
We're getting fired now.
Yeah.
Taylor, I tried making them sound better. I tried. It should be fun. I'll be sure to share some of my pictures from the trip, so if people are curious. But yeah, so I'm getting married and I'm gonna be gone for 3 weeks. So shall we do a little bit of a kit show, everyone?
It's the title. It's the title
Yeah.
of the show.
All right.
I
I got Dortmund kit. Beautiful kit I
Dortmunds.
got from Away Days. I have to get Gio Reyna's on the back, but
yes, you do.
I love this kit. I love the different, from the. I just love the
Ooh.
kit style.
Solid.
Hopefully
it's
when
really
Gio-
comfortable too.
Hopefully, when Gio gets Gio on the kit, he can finally stay healthy.
Yeah, I
Right.
I'm giving him all my hamstrings and everything. I'm ready.
Send over hamstrings. I wish it worked that
Listen.
way.
We have the same name. It has to work.
That means you're a universal donor. Like that's
It
automatic.
has to
Like,
We're cousins somewhere.
Totally how biology works.
Checks out.
I am rocking a Milton Wanderers kit. They're from the English lower leagues. It's actually a swan, if like a peacock into the color pattern there. I didn't realize that at first. This is a really solid kit, and this is definitely one for my collection. And I am excited to be rocking this one. Shout out to you guys. So
That sponsor reminds me of the PSG one.
oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
AID or something. Yeah, what of that? All right, Fox, you want to rep
Huh?
your this week's Louisville City kit?
yeah, it's to say. I've
This is
been.
the guy who needs to expand his collection.
Yeah, I'm going through all my Louisville City kids. This is the 2016 home. Specifically, got the classic Humana, and the reason why I know it's 2016, even though it's the exact same, it's the lower patch there. Very
Oh,
nice. You know,
And
and
the-
see a
that
star
retro
above the crest too.
Yeah, and
No.
retro.
There's no star.
No star on the crest yet.
No star,
Yeah.
and it's retro design. The retro.
So throwing back to year 2, that's a new city. Yeah, I got the retro design. I just realized I got the hat too. Yeah,
Ooh,
got all
matching.
throwback.
The better badge.
Yeah, I like the new badge. Wolf did a good job on it. It's a lot better than that middle one.
We don't talk about that one. Even me as an indie fan, I don't talk about that one.
We don't talk about 4-sided triangles.
Nope. All right, Regan, what kit you got for today? To end us
I'm wearing a
off?
kit of the USL's Enemy, an MLS kit of the Columbus Crew, a goalkeeper kit. So the basic design, like this one had no special design on it. But the one positive on it is the one sponsor of being the Nationwide Children's Hospital here in Columbus for
go.
the 2020 season where they won MLS Cup, where they were transitioning from being an Acura sponsor for a couple years. But they signed a deal with Nationwide, but they couldn't have Nationwide, the insurance company, as a sponsor yet because our stadium was still map free, which is an insurance company. So they couldn't have a competing brand on the shirt. So their workaround was just putting the Children's Hospital on it.
Works.
Well, look at that. Well, today is all about charities and all about kits.
Right.
So everything that we're all in for. So once again, thanks for joining us. I'm going to be gone for the next 3 weeks. These fine gentlemen won't make the show crash and burn. I trust them. It should be a
And
fun time.
Indy XI away my teacher.
Well, that's fine. I have some thoughts on that, but we'll talk about that later. All right. Thanks for joining us. And I guess you'll see everybody else next week. Let me see if I can end this. Take care, guys.